Hey guys,
What's up?
we are Richard and Sierra, and we are a reselling couple slash entrepreneurs. We do a little bit of everything. And today we are going to be talking to you about how we turn $30 into $1,500. This is a combination of things that we've purchased and these local pickups we've done during quarantine. So we want to be able to share this information with you in case you're looking to earn money on the side of your full-time job or part-time job, whichever. And yeah.
And I think the key word there is side. The money that you want to earn on the side. It's definitely not something you're going to make overnight. So just like anything, it just requires hard work,
Right,
dedication.
This was over the past, I want to say like 3 months that we made this money, and this doesn't include all of our sales. This is only 20 out of about, I think it's 200 in the last 90 days. So this is only 20 sales that equivalent to 1,500.
Yep.
All right.
So we ready?
Yeah. Painted Pony Jacket by Claire Murray. And it is a one size tapestry-like jacket. It's handmade, so it's like hand sewn or stitched or something like that. We got it for $3.50 at the thrift store. It was one that we don't normally go to, and I want to say it was probably about a year ago. It was listed for about a year, so it took really long to sell, but originally I set the price at around $2.50 and just kept lowering it over the year. And during one of our sales in the past few weeks, we got an offer, or they took the 25% off discount, and we ended up getting $101 for this item. The one thing I always tell Richard is to look for the ugliest things that you can find in the thrift store, because a lot of people like ugly items, like the ugly Christmas sweaters and things like that. People tend to go to those kind of things. They may just take a little bit longer to sell. The second item we have is this Everlane sweater. It is alpaca wool, and I forget the color. It's like a heather gray or something. We got a lot of lowball offers on this item, maybe like $25 to $30, and originally I had priced it at $60. I ended up taking a best offer for $45. The shipping was a little expensive, so we ended up recovering some of our money from the offer that way. That is how I tend to regain some of our money, by taking the low offers. The next item we have is this Aviator Nation jacket, and honestly, I photographed it and I didn't really think much of it, and I thought about maybe I'll just throw it in the donation pile. But once I looked up comps on it, I saw that they go from anywhere from $100 to $150, so I was really excited about it and glad that I didn't throw it away. Both of these items, the Everlane jacket and the Aviator jacket, were about 30 cents average cost for us. So what we do is we go to the Goodwill outlet in Burlingame, California, and they have, I'm not sure if all Goodwills have this, but ours does, so that's nice. They have these pallets that you buy for $50, and whatever you want to keep in it, it's yours. So we average our costs out to 30 cents per item on that, just depending on what we took. So those together were 60 cents. The next few items we got from garage sale.
Well, the whole week said we got it from a garage sale on a work day, actually. I believe it was a Friday. I'm not too sure, but I just remember on our way back from work, we were just curious to see if there were any garage sales at that time, which is about 5 to 6 o'clock, but I think they had the garage sale going on all day. And we found a few, actually, to our surprise, and we just decided to stop at this one, which was about a city over from where we work. Stopped by. It was an apartment. It was an upstairs apartment. Walked in, and immediately I saw the games. So I kind of just, when we go to garage sales or thrift store, wherever, I kind of just naturally gravitate towards the things that I know. So I'm just trying to remember exactly what we got from this one sale. But yeah, we got the console, the controllers, and the padding, all for $5, I believe it was. So yeah, we jumped on that, and actually that wasn't even our best find though. Our best find, which is not even a part of this development, but I just want to mention it right quick, was an Avon dish set, and we got that for my wife, man, she worked out a deal with them, and I didn't even know anything about this stuff.
Me either.
You didn't either?
Mm-hmm.
But I found out that the Avon set definitely went for a lot more than the We set, which I was already excited about, just getting the We set for that price. But yeah, that was one of our best stops, I would say, ever, especially for the amount of time that we spent there. Garage sales in general, when we go on garage sale hunting, is definitely a hit or miss, and there's been a lot of misses. So the controllers sold for $60, and the Wii console sold for $40. So yeah, really good profit on that one.
Logitech racing set. This was the wheel and the pedals. They sold for $120 plus shipping, and if I remember correctly, shipping was pretty expensive, and I did refund the customer a little bit on it. We got this for $5 at a donation sale. It was a garage sale, but they were collecting money for some type of cancer foundation, and it was pretty much just whatever price they had listed on it was what was selling. And I want to say, honestly, this sat for about 8 months on our rack. It was right before we got into clothing, and it just ended up being something that wasn't really important to us, and I didn't want to clean it. Which actually ended up working out in our favor, because the original time that I looked up comps on it, it was only going for about 50. And because of quarantine, things ended up selling for a lot more if they were electronics, because a lot of people were staying home. So $120 is really good for $5 original price. This Sony camera I got for $7 at a citywide garage sale somewhere here in the East Bay, California. Honestly, this is a lot of these hard goods we had sitting on our shelf for a really long time because we didn't want to take care of it, and I posted this for $100, and probably about 30 minutes into it, I received a low offer for $65 with free shipping, and obviously I was like, you know what, I mean, I could take that, but I'll just sit on it overnight. And then when we woke up, it had sold for full price, so I was really happy about that. Sometimes buyers just, if you wait long enough, they'll just come, and it's really rewarding when you list it for full price and somebody lowballs you, and then it immediately sells for full price right after that. It's really exciting to find. It was new without a box. We got it at an estate sale over a year ago, and I got it for $10. I did a bundle with some cartridges that ended up being used. I thought they were new, but they ended up being used. So this took forever to sell. I held on to it. I knew that somebody would be coming for it, and this is just like the Sony camera. We ended up having somebody yell at us in their message like, you're overpricing your items. I could buy a new one for this price, blah, blah, blah. And it sold 3 hours later for full price with full shipping, and I was really, really happy. So the next item I have is a Microsoft Surface. This is an older one, but it was new in box. I got this from my boss, Steve. He said, hey Sierra, I was gonna sell this on eBay, but I really don't care about it, and I don't want to take the time to post it. Do you want it? I'm like, yes, I do. I took it, and it sold in about a week for $80 full price. So that was really nice. And the next item I got from Erin, who is one of my coworkers. We actually take a lot of donations from everybody who will let us. So when we just started letting people know that we were resellers, we said, hey, if you have donations, feel free to let us know. We'll come pick it up. And this ended up being new in box. She didn't use it. It was sealed, and it sold for $32. Originally, I priced it around $45 to $50, and I knew that was a little bit high, but because quarantine was happening and nobody was leaving their house and things were all closed, I could kind of get a larger margin on it. This person ended up being, I think, overseas, so I ended up taking a best offer of $32, which is still a really good profit. Next item, and this one kind of pains me, is our personal MacBook. It's a 2017 model. I ended up pouring apple juice on it on accident, and it fried it, and I was really sad about it. But it is nice that because we're resellers, we don't just throw these things away or donate them. We can turn them around for profit. Honestly, I didn't think it would sell for this, but this ended up selling for $325 in literally, I'm not even joking with you, 10 minutes. So maybe I priced it a little bit too low, but it ended up going to a really nice place. If I recall, basically this customer refurbishes all of the electronics they buy, and then they give it to college or high school kids who are in an underprivileged area going off to college. So I was really happy that they let me know, because I really felt better about me ruining my MacBook, even though I ended up benefiting from it because I got a new one. So it's a win-win-win, I like to say. Richard probably doesn't think so, but you know, whatever. It's my gain. So the next few items we have are free pickups, and the thing about free pickups is I want to say we've done probably 10 to 20 of them in the last 3 months, and they haven't all been successful. It's been a lot of running back and forth to donation centers, and literally only one of them in a 50-mile radius is open, so thankfully a lot of people weren't doing that. Now I want you to keep in mind that if you are going to be doing free pickups, you can pick them up off of Facebook. That's the majority of the places we did it, but keep in mind that this stuff is just going to be things that people don't want, and you're going to have to go through it, and sometimes it is kind of nasty. These 2 books that sold for $24 each, I want to say literally it was 6 boxes of books. I went through 100 books and only 2 of them were worth it. Mind you, they had cat pee on them. Not these 2 books, but a lot of the other books, and it was really, really nasty going through it. I should have waited for Richard to take care of it so I didn't have to, but they were sitting on the couch and I really wanted to get rid of them, so I ended up having to wash my hands for like a minute and a half after. But they sold pretty much within a week's time, and that's a pretty good profit from just picking them up on the side. This next set of free pickups I got from a message with somebody who was cleaning out their house because their mother had passed away. They said she was a hoarder, and I'm really grateful for her because we got a lot of good stuff, and it was all new and beautiful, and we ended up profiting pretty well off of this stuff. So the first one is a Disney snow globe. This is Lady and the Tramp. It's vintage and it's rare, and I probably should have priced it a little bit higher because it did end up selling overnight. It was for $56. The next one is a Cook's coffee maker. This one probably took about 2 weeks to sell, but it did end up selling for full price, which was $40, and I didn't really know people bought coffee makers anymore. I thought it was just Keurigs, but you know, I guess there's still old-fashioned people out there. There's a need for everything in this world. This Waterford vase, we've actually run into Waterford before, and it was a set of coasters. Ended up selling them probably in about a week for $40. This vase also sold for $40. It was new in box and in perfect condition. It was literally this size, so that's a pretty good profit for me. I mean, you know, anything free, flipping it in $40 is great. This boom box, which we also picked up from this lady, we tested it, it worked, and we sold it for $24 pretty instantly. The shipping was pretty high on it, so I think I did refund the customer a little bit on that, and we still ended up making a few dollars out of something that we got for free. I'm sure you guys all know them, you've all seen them, and honestly, I just remember growing up, my grandma used to buy tons and tons of boxes of these. Obviously they weren't vintage, I'm not really that old, but these were all new in box. There was 6 dozen times 5, 30 dozen pencils. They sold as a lot, set of 5 for $225, which was approximately $45 each, right? I'm bad at math. Yeah, 45. So these sold $45 each. Originally I priced them at $58. We took a best offer because they were buying all 5, and I didn't really expect them to sit as long as they did. It probably took about a month to sell. I'm really glad they did, and honestly I was really happy that we could even get that kind of margin out of something simple as pencils, honestly.
I'm going to talk about is these polo shirts. We basically got it from a friend who wanted to consign with us, and it was actually our first consignment. And basically we open up consignment to anyone that we come across, usually friends and family. But really we open it up to anyone that wants to consign with us, and it's just a straight up 50-50 cut. But when we got these items from Tiff, and looked at all her items, I think it was about 10 to 20 items altogether. We knew that the polo shirts was going to sell right away. It was new with tags, really, really nice. Something that I would have definitely bought myself. But yeah, they sold overnight. And I think a total for $62. So yeah, it's a $30 profit for us for literally no work.
Before fees is $17.97. The 14%, so PayPal takes 4%, eBay takes 10%, and now they take tax too, which is a little bit different, but I think that's included with the buyer, so we don't really have to worry about their tax. The total fees is $251.58. Please keep in mind we did not include anything for shipping material, which by the way really isn't anything, because the majority of things that we ship out we save from boxes that I get on Amazon and things like that, and this guy worked in a warehouse for a really long time, so he knows how to make really good boxes. They're always really sturdy, and I appreciate him. And so yeah, we basically every time we get something, whether it's bubble or styrofoam or whatever, if we can pick any of that up, we'll save it for the occasion that we might ship something super huge and we have nothing to ship it with. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's really been a save for us.
Yeah, working in a warehouse, you kind of take those things for granted, and then when you try to start your own little side business, you kind of look back and appreciate all the things that you just took for granted working for somebody else.
Right.
The bubble wrap, my goodness.
Bubble wrap is really expensive. They're about $40 a roll, and if you do decide to do reselling, I would suggest going on Amazon and getting these bubble bags. I will show you a picture right here, and I will link them down below. They are $13 and you get like 300 of them. They're really, really awesome, and they save us a lot of money because even though I might buy a lot online, we can't buy everything online, and there isn't enough bubble to go around for all of the orders that we ship. So $251.58 equivalates to $15.45. That is not including in the cost of goods. So with the $30 taken out of that, we are at $15.15. So overall, that is a little bit over $1,500, and that's not including the shipping that we might have profited on as well. But overall, these 20 items would average at $77 per item. They're obviously not, because that's not what we sold them for. And please remember to keep in mind that we sell a lot of other items that definitely don't make us this kind of money. So we're just showing you the profitable ones. And honestly, you have to go through a lot of garbage to find good items. But if you like it, it's general that somebody else is going to like it too, and they're going to want to pay some money for it. So that is the biggest tip I can give you, is sell things that you like, because you know they will actually sell. If you try to sell something you don't like, it's pretty obvious that it'll take a little while longer, because who else likes it, you know?
Yeah, and if you're interested but just don't know where to start, go on YouTube. There's a bunch of videos on everything you need to learn.
Yes, we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that it brought some sort of benefit to you, and we'll get you to start reselling or doing whatever, you know, maybe just even cleaning out your house and donating to us.
Yeah.
We are taking donations. We are also taking consignment. Please follow us on Instagram, like this video, unlike it, whichever you feel fit. We really appreciate you watching, and we hope to see you guys next time.
I think we work better if you just talk about everything and I just film it.
Okay, did you want to redo it all?
No, heck no. You ain't doing all those damn takes.